family, Hotep, peace and blessings. I greet you in the name of God and the ancestors in whose footsteps I most humbly walk. This is Brother Ed Mojo for the PIFF Connection Conversations. We are here in a cold, snowy Philadelphia today. First snowstorm for the season. And it's snowing, family. It's like 3-4 inches on the ground already. But you know what? I have a special guest with me. For those of y'all who followed us when we used to do Speaking to Harmony, you might remember her. She used to do a show with us for health on vegan cooking and different healthy lifestyle. And so it's been a while since we had her on, but in the process, she has done some wonderful things with her life and been helping people. But guess what she did, family? She picked up and she moved from Canada, the nice, beautiful, snowy, cold Canada. She moved, and I'm not going to tell you where she moved to. I'm going to let you tell her. I'm going to let her tell you where she moved to, because it's not right. It's not right. It's just not right. It's just not right. Most of the time I'm here in cold Philadelphia, snowing. She's gonna move, and you guys could get a hint where she moved to. Look at her clothes. Look what she has on, family. She tried the Afrocentricity, and she got all this stuff going on her now. So I'm not going to say where she moved to, but I am so happy to have her on, because she's family. And the funny thing is, we never physically met, but we've been mad cool with each other since we've been talking for years now. So I'd like to bring back to the conversation, bring back to the table Sister Mott Ra, and she is going to come in. Hotep family, how you doing, Sister Mott?
Hotep, I'm doing wonderful. I'm in paradise. The smile has not left.
You know what? Don't make my listeners and my viewers get upset now in a good way.
Okay. Exactly. Well, hopefully you have some viewers where I am. I'm sure you do.
Well, we're taping this and we're going to send it out to a global network, and they're going to be able to see you. So, before we get started, let's see. Why don't you just spell the name of the country where you're in?
Okay, so we have GHANA. Oh, they say
Yeah, family.
Ghana.
Okay, so people are looking for what Ghana. They don't know that country. They know Ghana. They don't know Ghana. So she's just rubbing it. She has to put an O in there. Ghana. And just rub it in. Like she's like she's making shea butter. So we are happy to have Mott Ra. She is now living in West Africa, in Ghana. And we're going to talk to her about that. We're going to get into that. But we want to talk to you about what you've been doing before you went to Ghana. What's transpired? Something happened in your life that made you say, you know what, Canada, thank you so much, but I got to go. So let's talk a little bit about that, about what you were doing in Canada. For those who haven't seen you on our show before, what were you doing in Canada before you transitioned over to the west coast of Africa?
Okay, well, welcome to everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So my story is a long journey. I think one day, very soon, I'm going to write a book, but it's just a beautiful journey. But when I was in Canada, that's where I was born. My parents are Jamaican, and it was just from journey to journey, and what I wanted to do in my life. What did I see myself doing? Working here, working there, doing jobs. I'm not a job person. I'm always entrepreneur mind. And I'm always into health, ever since I can remember. So I wanted to do something around that. And I never forget, I started to watch Maurice Latham. He was the first person to really inspire me into veganism, raw veganism, and things like that. So I was so inspired. I wanted to get my certification to become a raw vegan chef. So I did that. At that time, this was like 2011, somewhere there. And there is a school out in California, but it was really expensive. And at that time, that was the only school that was actually certifying you to become a raw vegan chef. So I couldn't do that. But the people who graduated from that school was able to also get a certified school to certify students online. So I said, oh, perfect. So I did that, and then just found myself starting to work at this place called the Toronto Congress Center, learning how to make foods, and then from there I started to do my own thing. I'd make little vegan and raw vegan desserts, stuff like that, and start to sell it locally. I was teaching the youth. I was doing all girls youth teaching program out in York University. And also too, I would do it in community centers with the local young people there who wanted to learn. So, it was so inspiring for me that I can reach out to my community and teach them about healing the body through food. And so that has been the journey for a good part of my life. Other things I lived in the States and all that, but I always stay close to the health side. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was doing. And, of course you're working because, those places, Canada, US, you got to work like 3 jobs plus still trying to do your dream and try to aspire to your dream by having your own business.
But Sister Maud, right, you said 3 jobs, that's the Jamaican in you. Hey, Maud, how many jobs you have?
That's right. That's what I'm telling you. I literally had like 2-3 jobs doing, and then what I did before I left, I actually came up with the most beautiful vegan butter that I was going to brand. I had it all, it was called Nature's Butter. Actually, I still have the Instagram. If you go to @Nature's Butter, you'll see some of the testimonies and people who are loving my butter. But again, it just didn't pan out to the the magnitude that I wanted it to get to. But I still got the recipe, and I'm still inspired to do it where I am, because the veganism world is actually blowing up here in Africa, believe it or not. As much as they love meat.
All over the world is blowing up because people find healthier ways to eat. They see that it is a healthy way to eat. Plant-based is getting bigger and bigger. You have a lot You have a lot of big companies buying up small plant-based companies now.
That's right.
They're making it part of their portfolio. So yeah, it is definitely a business that is not something to not something to throw lettuce at anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's talk. Okay, so you were doing all this in Canada. You did your butter. You're doing a lot of your entrepreneur. We had you on the radio with us as one of our monthly co-hosts. So somewhere along the line, Sister Maud Ra, you said, you know what? Let me do this, and then you did this. And next thing we know, you transitioned yourself from a very cold, beautiful Canada to a nice, warm, beautiful Africa. Who hit that switch that made you say, "See ya, I'm out of here"?
Right? Well, I tell you one thing, I never claimed Canada. Although I was born there, I always ask my mom, like, Mom, why couldn't you have me in Jamaica? Like, I'm here in the so I tell people, well, my mom was flying, and in mid-flight she gave birth. I try to make up anything just to not claim Canada. But anyway, my daughter actually, because with me though, I've always been into consciousness. I've always yearned to, go to the motherland. It just never worked out back then. So it was my daughter who was the first one in our family to ever touch the motherland. And she went last year to Ghana for the year of return. Oh, and okay. So she's an artist, and she wanted to make a video there.
What is she?
So she's a lyrical artist. She's a rapper. If you go to at Zakisha on Instagram. You'll see her there, or Zakisha Brown on YouTube. So she did a video called Africa Home Again. Beautiful video
You gotta
there
send me the
in
link. You
Ghana.
told me about that last time. You gotta send that link for me so I could post it.
Yes, that's right. I'm gonna send it to you. I promise I'll
Uh-huh.
send it.
Now you in Ghana. Oh, you don't remember us Americans anymore.
Yo, no worries. That's the motto. No worries. No
No
worries.
worries.
Right?
Okay.
No worries. So yeah, so she went, had a wonderful time. You know, she had her journey here and she loved it. And because with me, I wasn't sure where in Africa I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to go to Africa, but for some reason I was leaning towards the east at that time. Like I was thinking Uganda, Rwanda, you know, all these places. But I didn't know anybody out there. So it'd just be me just going on the fly. But since my daughter went, and then I find out a close brother that I know for years, he picked up all his family and moved to Ghana. I'm finding out more and more people that I know is in Ghana. I was shocked. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, well, let me go there. And plus what my daughter was saying. And that was it. I was like, I'm done. And it was like Canada was literally, you know, squeezing me out. Like everything was just like, okay, I'm done. Everything was, I'm done. I'm done. Like, Canada, I'm done. So it really made my decision. So I just got myself like 3-4 jobs, hustle, plus doing my, you know, my vegan business, and then packed up and left. And here I am.
I'm listening to, you know, it's kind of interesting you said about your daughter going in the year. My wife was over there in the year of the return because she was teaching at Webster, I think Webster University. And
Yes.
she loved it. She was like, you know, she really liked it. She said she's ready to go back, you know, if she could.
Yes.
But you talk about how Canada was squeezing you out. Let me ask you. Let me go back to that. When I hear our people say that, and I see they transition back to Africa, I always like to ask them the question: what were you feeling spiritually? Because you talk about that squeeze, and you feel, and you end up in West Africa, which is a very spiritual place for us of African descent because of the Maafa and what the enslavement of our people. And a lot of us, when we go back to Ghana, there was even my wife talked about that spiritual connection, that spiritual. What were you feeling spiritually at that time?
Oh man, I'm telling you it, and that's the thing. So when I say squeezed out, it was a mental thing, which really was a spiritual thing, because I felt more and more disconnected to Canada, to being in that environment. You know, things just kind of made sense to be like, I don't want to live this way. I don't want to live in regret. I don't want to live miserable. I'm not a winter person at all. You know, you hear people say winter blues, but you know, you feel a certain way, like you feel this weight on you, you know, and being in that environment. So it was definitely a spiritual journey. It was time. Like I can even hear my ancestors say, it's time. Everything was just going too smooth, from getting my visa smooth to everything just aligning so beautifully. I even actually had bought a car. This is a crazy thing. I bought a car still thinking I'm out of here, right? So, but I knew I was gonna give it to my nephew to take over and pass it down to whoever else in the family would want it, you know, whatever. So, you know, but yeah, so that it was definitely a spiritual connection to tell me it's time to go. And I'm telling you, I can testify today to say everything that I heard in Canada is personifying here as to why I had to leave at that time.
Wow, wow. So man, that's powerful what you just said right there. I'm listening to you, and I have to say, Sister Mara. So when you got to Ghana, what was I don't want to say the difficult. I want to say what was the most challenging thing that came up to you, and then you found that it was not a challenge?
When I got here,
Yeah.
I would say finding a place, because, you know, the Ghanaian dollar is very strong. So although the American dollar, the Canadian dollar will stretch, it goes like water. So my daughter actually gave me that heads up already. That money, you know, mom, money's gonna go faster. Make sure, right? So I was in the capital first. I was in Accra, and Accra is like any busy city in America. You know, Canada, Toronto, hustle, bustle. Yeah, even have some people that call it Jezebel because she doesn't want to let you go. It's party here, party there, excitement here, excitement there. Go downtown, go get a drink, go. You know what I mean? Go to the latest this, go to the mall. It's that type of lifestyle. So with that, your money is gonna go quick. So I only plan to stay there for a week. My goal was to get to a more country-like environment, more slow paced by the water, because I'm a water baby. I love it. So if I felt that it was going to be a challenge, of course, to be in Ghana and Accra, because of, everything is just so expensive and everything like that. As soon as I got to Cape Coast, and that's where I'm at, well, specifically, I'm in Elmina. Like, I'm literally 10 minutes from the beach. I'm literally 10 minutes from the dungeons. It's like the ancestors wanted me right next to them. So as soon as I got here, I was like, wow, things just said, okay, I can do this. Once I got here, I was like, I can do this, So I felt that some kind of way in Accra, but as soon as I got here, I'm like, I can do this. Yes.
Yeah, so you found your land space in Accra. I mean, in Cape in Amina.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I mean, people from the Caribbean, when you come here, I'm telling you, all of us say, the first thing we say is, wow, this is just like home. And I'm telling you, especially when you come to Cape Coast, or at least you're driving on your way, because when you're driving on the main road, you see like the hills and the water and houses and the colorful, you're just like, whoa. And I've been to also, I need to hit St. Lucia, but I've been to Trinidad and Tobago, and especially Tobago. When I came here to Cape Coast, I was like, am I in Tobago? Like,
I've been to Tobago. I've been there.
Tobago.
Yeah. The
when
interesting
you come to Cape Coast, you're like,
yeah. No, the interesting thing about that is, I'm part of my extended family is the Gullah Geechee family down in the Carolinas. And I was down there several years ago with them, and we were on one of the islands called Hunting Island, and we were driving around there. And I said, "Oh my God, I feel I'm in the Caribbean. This is so. This is like the Caribbean." So when I meet people from Africa who went to the Caribbean, they say, "Oh, brother, the Caribbean is Africa. The Caribbean is Africa." And then I meet people, and then I went to South Carolina. And I met people from South Carolina who went to the Caribbean. So this is just like they say, when you come down here, you're like in the Caribbean. So you see the connection physically, mentally, and spiritually where our people went because of the Ma'afa and the enslavement of our ancestors. The culture had traveled. They took the culture with them, because the food in the Caribbean, we call it different. We have different names for it. Like you see me drinking now. I'm drinking this. It's sorrel, right? Like the Africans call it. I think they call it bisup. I think it's bisup is the name they use.
So
we have the same foods. We just call it different names.
That's right.
And as we look at all the stuff going on, so the culture is there. So as we move from one land to the other to another land, we see our culture is part of that thing. So it's very easy for us to to embrace the land and become part of it. So
absolutely.
Yes, I know you're happy. I gotta say something to the family who's watching this. If I'm talking to her, or if I'm watching her, she always has a big old smile on her face. I said, "Girl, what?" She's smiling. She said, "Oh, since I got here, I can't stop smiling." I'm like,
I even said to this young man, he's a wonderful gentleman. He took care of my daughter, because my daughter last year, she hurt her foot a little, and he's a master herbalist here in Ghana, like not even 30. I think he's like 30 something, and he healed her foot. And I said to him, I'm like, am I in my afterlife? Like, I honestly, and the reason why is because I'm me personally, I love country. When I went to go and visit my grandparents in Jamaica, it was always the country, bush. Even those times, it was the lantern, pooping outside in a hole, taking a shower outside. I love every minute of it. So that's just me personally. Some people can't handle it. They think it's too, and I'm not saying I live that way. I live a nice 2-bedroom bungalow, 2-bathroom, like beautiful. But I can handle it. It's beautiful. It's beauty to me. When I don't see, I don't see huts or, these little, I don't see poverty. I don't know, because I see the unity here. And I know that if somebody is in need, they can easily go and knock on the door and get it. If children are running around, they don't have to worry about them getting abducted or getting any type of, so I see so much unity amongst them, that it's just awesome. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I hear what you said. I hear a lot of people say that, and as we look at the whole makeup of the community, in the Kiswahili word we talk about Harambe, let us all pull together. Is the Harambe? We say Harambe, let us all pull together. And when we understand that and we start to look, how do we survive? Is survive because you need a community around you. We say it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to continue the legacy. The other part is it takes a village to continue the legacy. So as I'm listening to you and I see that big old smile on your face since you got to Ghana, I'm like, she cracks me up with that family. So what is your you've been there for about what, 7 weeks now, 8 weeks now. So
yes.
So what is your let me see, what's your 3 months plan, your 6 months plan, and your 1 year plan? Because in 1 year I'm gonna come back to visit you and we're gonna see you. You probably come, she probably won't remember us. She'll be like, eh.
What's your name again? I'll be speaking Chi or Fancy by then, so I'll be saying,
Okay, we will be checking in on you. So what's your goal? Because what are you? I mean, as nice as Africa is, like anywhere else, you need to have some type of business to survive.
Yeah.
So what are you putting into play for yourself as now that you're back in Africa?
Right. Okay. Well, again, how the ancestors work is they tell you, don't stress, don't fear. You have your heart and soul, and you put good vibes, good energy into what you want to do. Leave the rest of us, things will manifest. And, as, up in the clouds as it may seem, it is true, but I call it, you have motivation, you have action, and you have meditation. So I make sure that I put all three into play. So my action actually is, before I even came here, I connected with the brother. His name is Victor Boussalet. You can look him up on Instagram. He's doing amazing things here. He started a program called SETI Innovation, I believe it's called, in Toronto, where he talks with the community, builds a community with different programs, and dealing with opportunities for the community, right? So he brought it over to Ghana, called it SETI Ghana, SETI in Ghana. So he started a children's program, and so he's got, things really, really working in streamline. So I'm building with him as far as connecting with him to grow the children's program, as well as other things that he has rolled down the pipeline. He's opened a barbershop here. Like I said, a children's program. He's getting ready to do other things. We're also building a community base here, because actually when I got here, I stayed at, before I found this place, I stayed with two ladies who are actually from Toronto as well. One is originally from Trinidad and Tobago, and the other one, I believe, is from, another island. It can't come to me right now. But they were based in Toronto. So it's just that manifestingly, and they were living in Accra. And what happened is the lockdown had happened, but it didn't happen in Cape Coast. So they scooted here to Cape Coast, and that's when they met Victor. So when I came, it was like one big family. So I'm just coming as a piece of a puzzle. Where can I fit in? I would like to do a food program, a nutrition program for the children, and the children's program that the brother had put together. I'm also working with farmers because there's demand for things like mushrooms. So I want to help local farmers to grow mushrooms and then dry them and sell them back to the major cities like Accra, who have these fancy restaurants. Because I went to a restaurant in Accra, and on the menu I ordered like a mushroom saute, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy came back to me and he's like, we're out of mushrooms, you know, so it's in
Wow.
demand. Yeah.
Wow.
So I did my homework before I touched down to Ghana. What is the need? You know, services are big, you know, big thing. And that's the advantage that we have as being diasporans. We can see services that have been put together in the West that can be utilized here in Ghana. So I've made wonderful connections with people dealing with farming, community-based opportunities, and also, like I said, the vegan industry is booming. So there's a vegan restaurant, a couple of vegan restaurants in Accra, and I went to one. I spoke with the owner. I'm going to be meeting with him to teach him some, you know, some desserts. Ghanaians don't really eat desserts, but he wants to appeal to the foreigners that come in more desserts. So it's a service-based need that I'm coming in with. And like I said, I did my homework, so I'm just ready to go.
Remember what we spoke about, right? I said to you, I definitely want to try to do a show, and we could look at, you know, what you're doing over there. Because if we could put a show together that sells Ghana and what's going on in Ghana for those who don't know, I think that would be great. Since you're there and you are one of the Westerners who has transitioned over there, and I know when my wife was, a lot of Americans who have now moved back to Ghana, who have moved to Africa. So I think that'd be a great show to do. And also, I said to you, I want to get in touch with the filmmakers because, you know, I do run a film festival. We're going to have a film festival in Africa next year, 2021, because, you know, I have an office in Zimbabwe. So we're definitely putting that together, PIFF in Africa, where we're going to be looking at African-based filmmakers. And so that's something else we're doing. So we definitely need to talk about those things, because since you're in Ghana, I think that the food stuff would be a great thing to do. You know,
yes, definitely. And then the last part I forgot to mention, of course, I just started my, I call it Motherland Meditations that I started on YouTube. It's actually called Motherland Wellness in Ghana. That's the YouTube channel. And I'm doing what I call Motherland Meditations because I hear the ancestors saying to me, you know, you need to not forget about your people back home. You need to create that sense of, you know, spiritual connection for them. You know, they're going through a lot with this whole C word and lockdown this, lockdown. I mean, Canada is like the testing ground for this pandemic. So they're locking down all the cities. You know, if they catch you doing this, I mean, it's just full force. Yeah, it's like fully there. So I know, you know, the people that I left behind they're not doing well mentally, physically, spiritually. So there's a way that I can connect with them to, you know, look at Ghana, just look at the views, and I want you to visually project yourself here. You know, you want to come here, but you know, you lost your job or your hours are cut. So now you can't do what you wanted to do. You know, there's a way that there can be some mental healing, you know, mental wellness while you're there going through what you're going through. Let me provide that for you. So that's the other side that I'm doing as well.
Okay. Yeah, definitely let me know. Send me the link to that to your YouTube channel so I could check it out and stuff like that.
Oh,
You know, I know you in Ghana, and you know, no worries and stuff like that. Don't duck away from the camera. I could still see you. Don't duck away from my camera. You know, family. She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send this to you."
Yeah. I will. As soon as we get off, I'm sending it.
You see that, family? I'm gonna let you all know she sent it to me right away. I'm gonna let you all know. You know, she.
I promise.
So you know, Sister Mara, let's talk. Okay, so let's do this. People who are listening, I mean, you have friends. I'll send you the link so you can send it to your friends in Canada and stuff like that. How can people reach you? They might have questions. There might be people looking to transition to Africa, to Ghana, to West Africa. You said some very interesting stuff that you compared. You said about Accra, and then you talk about Amina. So there's some people who will love Accra, and there's other people who like Amina. So you know, so how can people get in contact with you guys? I know it's a business. You're getting your business, you're entrepreneur. So how can people get in touch with you? Give us nice and slow. How can people get in touch with you?
Okay, so I have a few emails, but you can contact me. Email first, which is let me see. Let me give you Live for Healthy Living. So Live, LIVE, 4, healthy living at gmail.com.
Okay.
So that's a good email to get me. Phone, I'll give you, I have the Canadian one and I have the Ghanaian one. So it just depends.
Well, excuse me.
Oh yes, yes. We we got it going on here, okay? I got it covered. So Canadian, okay, so the Canadian is 416-669-2368. And my Ghana number is 022, I think, area code, and then it's 055-808-2677.
Okay.
So that's my Ghana number. And either one of those, you can reach me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
And yeah, I think those are
So
pretty much.
now I want you to text those to me. So I'm going to put them on the bottom of the screen when I edit the film and put it together. So that way we have thing. So now that you are a Jamaican who was born in Canada but now living in Ghana, did I say that correctly?
Yes, I say that I'm a stolen child of Africa. That's what when people ask me. I don't even. I'm a stolen child of Africa. I'm from Jamaica.
Okay, so you were stolen, brought to Jamaica. Then from Jamaica, you were flown to Canada, and now you flew back to the motherland.
That's it. We'll go with that one. Yes.
Yeah. So you made the circle. Okay, you made the whole.
I made a circle. Exactly.
So what would you like to tell the people who are listening to you? Because I know there's people who are listening. They might have something in their head. So what would you like to tell them? Because I mean, the reality and the truthfully part of it, there's a lot of people don't know this because my wife was over in Ghana, like I said, for a few months teaching. There are a lot of African Americans. When I say America, I'm talking about the North America, not just the United States, America, Canada, and America. People of African descent in this hemisphere who have transitioned back to Africa. And there are those who have not just transitioned, but now they do business between North America and Ghana and West Africa. So that's very real. I mean, when I hear that, it reminds me of Marcus Messiah Garvey, who spoke about this many years ago. It got so real that the U.S. government stopped the people from going. As you know, that's part of the history. If people don't know that. So, what would you like to say to the people who are listening to you about your transition? Did we lose you? I think she got frozen. You meditated. I think I lost you there. You're frozen.
Okay. Yeah, you say about that. Okay.
We lost you on audio. We lost your video. Okay, family. She's in Ghana.
I'm so proud. The internet is one thing that we need. Listen, family. Listen. Let me tell you something. We need you guys. I want you guys to think of being a piece of the puzzle. Don't come trying to, put on your Superman cape and think you're going to save. No, it's not like that. These people are highly intelligent. They're highly advanced. They just need an opportunity. Okay? So I want you to think of how can I be a piece of this puzzle? Now, first of all, you have to mentally be ready. You have to spiritually be ready. You have to listen to your inner voice, because a lot of, diasporans that come from North America get a shock because they either hear that their friend went to year return and it was party, and, they go on Instagram and they see nothing but party and the beach and everybody having a good time. But then when they actually live here and go through things like the lights cutting out for a few hours, the water going really low, a lot of trash on the road, things like that, they get into the shock. Oh my God, I can't live this way. No, I cannot live this way. So are you mentally, spiritually, and physically ready? That's the first step. The next to do your homework. There are a lot of bloggers who are here based in Ghana. There's one called Wode. It's Wode, and then the other name is Maya, Maya. He is the top blogger here in Ghana. He's a great start for you to go on there and see opportunities, people who have left the diaspora and came and developed companies, businesses, homes, real estate, all kind of things, right? And then there are other ones on there too that will give you the real deal. So that will kind of curb you to say, okay, when I come, I can be a piece, I can help with sanitation. I can bring over some supplies or, to start that. Or let's say, I want to improve, our internet is not the best. What can I do to bring that? Or something as small as saying, what can I do to help the children in the sense of maybe helping to build schools or providing school supplies, things like that. When you come with a wholehearted agenda, a wholehearted, how can I be a piece of the puzzle to fit and mesh well with the community? Because they will call you out in a heartbeat if you try and come here saying, oh, I came here to help y'all. Now there's somebody specifically from the US, a family came from the US saying, oh, I came here to help y'all, and y'all here trying to do this to me, and I sold my house to come to Ghana, and this is the thanks to y'all, I gals come, baby starving on the road. Like, no. I'm telling you, don't come with that attitude. Come with a clear mind, clean heart, and an open, get your soul right, and just come and just see, can I do it? Can you do it? And if the internal, being is telling you, I can do this, and it's for the greater good. And even if it's not for a long time, if you just want to stay for 6 months, a year, to do your part, maybe buy some real estate so you can go back and forth, that would be the best thing. Yeah, but come with that mind of, I want a piece of the puzzle. You're not trying to be the whole puzzle, okay?
I mean, I think that's a great, what you said is really good. That also, I find that true also in the Caribbean. You have people who move to the Caribbean, and I always tell people, check it out, do your homework, because, going someplace on vacation and going somewhere to live is totally two different mindsets.
That's right. That's right.
Because, you have people say, oh, you left, why did you leave the Caribbean? It's so nice, blah, blah, blah. And I said, where did you go? And I said, yeah, I said, where did you, oh, we stayed at this all-inclusive hotel. I said, well, you didn't see the real Caribbean, because the people who serve you at those hotels, which they do a great job, but they go home to take care of their family. After they take care of you and your family, they have to go home and take care of their family.
That's right.
And so the reality is, you didn't see the real Caribbean. You saw a vacation side of the land, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're talking about living there, it's a different thing. Like you said, sometimes the electricity goes out. Sometimes the water pressure is low. So that's a reality. So when you come from the U.S. and you're not used to that stuff, because when we have the brownouts, the rolling brownouts over in the summertime, some people lose their mind.
I'm telling you. So, no internet? What? No way. Don't even bother.
Yeah, so your mindset has to be, your mindset has to be on a different level.
That's right.
And you can't go there with an American mentality. Go there with an open heart and be prepared, and do your homework before you go there. So that's something that's very important. I mean, being from the Caribbean and being the countryside and stuff like that, I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
That's who I am. But some people do have a problem with that, and there's nothing wrong with having a problem or issue with that. But let's be clear that it's something is part of living there. Unfortunately, right now, because the infrastructure hasn't gotten to that level yet in some places, but they're in the process, and you might be that piece of the puzzle, like you said, that could help that infrastructure.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so
and the thing too is really quick that and you'll see a lot of white people now. They're selling their homes and their fancy car, and they're buying a school bus and turning it into a beautiful home, or Winnebago or a trailer. I mean, they're living off grid. So think of that. Like, why is this going on? And another thing that I said when I came here, I said, I'm not here for vacation. I'm here to save my life, and I'm here to build a bridge for my friends and family who need an escape route, because this is not 2019. This is not 2018. We're in a whole different paradigm. And this paradigm seems to be, do or die situation. So you see everything that's going on, vaccines and blah, 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 blah. So they're really trying to change some things. Immunity passports, you can't fly unless you have, an injection, all these things that they're trying to do. So this is a whole new paradigm. Here in Ghana, you put on a little mask to go into the supermarket or to the bank, they take right off. We still party, we still, and they have the lowest cases. We have the lowest cases. So just think of that, to put that into your perspective, that this is not the same rodeo. This is a whole new paradigm we're going into right now.
Yeah. Well, Sister Maud, right, I do thank you for your time and your insight as a Canadian, ex-Canadian now living in Ghana. Okay.
Big Dusty X.
You are funny. Okay, Canadians. Listen, this is December 2020, and I'm going to come back to visit you in 2021. And we're going to compare the picture and the face and the big smile, see how much bigger did the smile get.
This is just the beginning.
No, but I'm happy for you, because we all have a journey to go through, and if your journey took you to Ghana, then that's your journey, and I respect that, and I'm happy for you, because you sound happy, you're enjoying yourself, and like you said, you're there to live, not to be on vacation, and so that's right. And so so the mindset is different. So congratulations, and okay, so you have a few things to send me. You have to send me the link. Family, I'm calling her out right now. I know they're 5 hours ahead of us, but you see her eyes are bright. She has bright eyes right now. Even though it's after midnight over there, she has bright eyes, because they're 5 hours ahead of us. And, she's smart, so she ain't sleepy. As you can see, she's not sleepy. So she has time to send me the links.
Yes, I'm gonna send it.
All the links, and she's gonna send them to me, so I could edit this up and put this out hopefully tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Put it out. So congratulations on everything you're doing over there. And so remember what I spoke to you about. I definitely want to get in touch with the filmmakers over there, and we're going to talk about what you're doing with the meditation. Let's make some stuff happen. Since you're over there, I'm over here. Let's connect the dots and pull some positive vibes down.
Awesome.
Okay,
Love it.
So thank you so much, and tell your daughter I said, is your daughter back? Is your daughter with you, or is she back in Canada?
So she's back in Canada, but she's booked to come right before Christmas, so she'll be here soon.
Okay, cool. Well, tell her I said hello. I have to interview her next time.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
She's doing her music, so she'll be excited for that. Yeah. So I'll
send me the link to that video.
Right now.
Okay. Ghana. Oh. I love it. Well, Sister Maud, thank you so much for your time. Okay, and we'll talk on the other side. So I'll look for the links from you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, family. Peace, love, and light, and be safe out there.
Peace and blessings.